Where do you want us?
Well,
Where do you want me?
you can sit over here. You can wheel that chair over here if you want, where he's at. There you go.
Make sure my phone's on silent.
I'm sure you already have one, but there you go,
All right.
in case you don't.
All right.
And there's you a card.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Boy, it was storming good earlier, wasn't it?
Well, I know, Ben. I thought I was gonna have to.
Swim out of here.
I know it.
There we go. Someone had short legs or something. Let's see. Let's see. 8th of May. 19. All right. What I'm gonna do is read your Miranda warning, and then if you wish to sit here and talk about what happened, that's fine. And then you guys are gonna go about your way, okay?
Okay.
So, it says that you do have the right to remain silent and not make any statement at all, and any statement you make may be used as evidence against you at your trial. That any statement you make may be used as evidence against you in the court of law. You do have the right to have an attorney present to advise you prior to and during any questioning. If you're unable to afford an attorney, you do have the right to have an attorney appointed to advise you prior to and during any questioning, and you do have the right to terminate the interview at any time. This says you do understand the above rights stated above, and you do hereby knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily waive the above rights and consent to an interview. Okay? If you agree to that, if I can get you to initial all 6 of those and sign your name right there for me, okay?
Sure.
How have you been?
I'm good.
How's work going?
It's good. It's good. You know, steady and it's doing fine. How about you guys?
It's been a busy day, I'll tell you that. It's been busy, busy. Alright. Did you want to take a look at that? Or?
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah, let's figure it.
All right.
I figured you've seen it once or twice before in time. Alright, Nathan, I guess an argument happened, and then some sort of assault happened, and then y'all two left the house in separate ways or something. I guess she said that she was coming up here to make a report, and one of the deputies was going on another call, and I guess she happened to cross paths with her down the road from y'all's house, okay?
Okay.
And she told the deputy that she was assaulted by you, and I guess the deputies put out an attempt to locate for your vehicle to try to talk to you that night. You had made some phone calls to her while the deputy was talking to her,
Mhm.
and you wouldn't tell her where you were at, so they weren't able to talk to you that night.
Mhm.
All right. So the report was made, and it came to me. All right. I was gonna get a hold of you either today or tomorrow to try to sit down with you and try to find out your side, because the deputy talked to her and got her side.
Yes.
As we all know, there's a couple different sides to a story. So I was gonna get a hold of you to get your side of what happened. Your attorney called and says that you already come up here, so I can be able to talk to you about your side, okay?
Sure.
In your words, what happened that night?
Chronologically,
Yes, start with, you don't really need to start with that morning or anything when y'all woke up, but, start with what happened before this assault occurred.
okay. We had put the girls in bed,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sitting in the recliner, and right now I am looking for work, right? And that has caused some tension at the house, She starts, do you mind if I just speak in layman's terms? Alright, she starts busting my balls about it. And I used that term, I said, hey, like, quit busting my balls about this. Like, I've got some good leads, you know, trying to get a gig here, you know. And I won't even get into the reason why I left the last place, but, she doesn't like that term, busting balls, because it's like a patriarchy thing. Her degree is in feminism and you know, French and philosophy. You
I
know?
got you.
She doesn't like that term, and I think that might have like upset her pretty good. So I start seeing that the situation was getting out of hand, right? And I said I need to make my exit, you know, because anytime something like that, we've decided after previous incidents, you know, where you guys have come to the house before,
Mm-hmm.
hey, if things start getting hot, one of us goes and buys milk.
I got you.
That's, you know,
It's a smart thing to do.
yeah, de-escalate.
I understand.
Yeah, and I start going to leave, and she smacks me across the face, right? And at that point, I looked down at her, and I was like, don't do that, like, I'm trying to leave. And I walked back to the back of the house. I heard a little bit of noise in my girls' room, but I was also going to get my wallet and my keys from the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I go back there, and I start coming up, and I go back there to get the stuff, and I hear some like noise coming from the kitchen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as I walk out of my room, which is our room and then the girls' room, you know, and I hear the girls, but also hear what's going on in the kitchen. And I walk up to the front of the house, and she's coming around the little bar area holding a steak knife, right? And so I'm like, you know, I see that steak knife, and I'm, okay, this is serious. And she starts yelling at me, some in Spanish, some in English, and, you know, starts making her way towards me. So I grab her wrist, you know, trying to disarm, so I'm leave there without a scratch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm trying to get out of the house, but she was not trying to have that.
I got you.
I grab her wrist, you know, and then like kind of pulled it forward, you know, trying to defend myself and disarm her so I can leave.
I understand.
And, you know, took her to the ground. I think she, like, as we were going down, I think she hit like the little baby walker thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, little kids.
Yeah, learn how to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hit that, you know, and I got up and left, you know. I did yell at her during that time, like, 'cause it wasn't all over in like 2 seconds. It wasn't just like a judo move. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I had a wrist, and then more or less like a headlock.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Are you trying to fucking kill me?" You know, because I mean, she came at me with a knife. You know, I was trying to like get her to snap out of it. You know, and these situations, the other 2 times that you know, come out of the house, and then this time, it's the same pattern. She stops taking her meds, and then something like this just happens. You know, I've tried everything I can to salvage the relationship, both because I respect, you know, marriage, and we have 2 daughters. You know, I grew up in a divorce home. I don't want that for my kids.
I understand.
And, you know, I just, like I say, you know, I want her to get the help that she needs, and I'm, you know, still working on my own stuff, through my doctor. Yeah, I just,
And then what happened? After y'all hit the ground, and then what happened? You grabbed her in like a headlock, and y'all fell on the ground over the little kid's walker thing.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then I got up.
And left, or after the words?
The words were as I had her like that,
Uh huh.
and then we fell. And then I got up, got my stuff. You know, the dog was in the front yard because we put him out to go pee. I got in my car and I left. And then I did come back and I see her loading the girls up in the car because I went down the street and I'm torn at this point because I know she's not okay, and I know we just had that situation, but me still being worried about my girls and her being alone. But when I got back to the house, she was loading the girls up. She said she was going to her mom's, and I said, okay, and I left.
Gotcha. What kind of knife was it?
Uh,
Just a regular steak knife, or was it like a butcher knife, or?
No, it was a steak knife. We've got a set of them. We've got a Bed Bath & Beyond.
Oh, okay, yeah, I understand.
Keep them in the kitchen.
All right. Where were the kids at during all this?
The kids were in their room.
So they didn't get to see any of this?
No, sir.
Did they get to hear any of this?
They may have. I mean, I assume, like I said, I heard them stirring, and then, you know, that, I would assume that they heard something.
How old are the kids?
1 and 2.
Okay. And they're both of y'all's? Or are they from someone? Okay.
They're both.
Are y'all's okay? All right. Does this sound about like what happened? Things got heated because I wanted to put my oldest daughter to bed. After they were in bed, he called me a fucking crazy bitch, and I called him a fucking moron. Is that,
Did I call her a crazy bitch?
does that, after they were in bed, he called me a fucking crazy bitch, and I called him a fucking moron. Does that sound?
There's some stuff that's left out there, but yeah.
After that, he said something else, but I couldn't remember what. I slapped him, and then he put me in a chokehold and said I was stupid for slapping him because, in his words, I will fucking kill you. Does that sound what happened?
That is not what happened.
All of that or some of that?
I never said the words, I will fucking kill her, and I also,
But when she slapped you, did you put her in a chokehold?
no.
Okay. When you had her in a chokehold, how long was this? Like when you grabbed her, how long was it? Just like maybe 10 seconds? Was it like a minute, or was it like
Right.
throw her like a hip throw and let her go type thing, to throw her on the ground and knock her off balance?
Well, did you have her in a chokehold?
Well, I grabbed,
I mean, how did you? Just so we
Stand
know.
up and show me.
okay.
Here's a knife, okay?
Yeah.
Is it right hand or left hand, okay? Okay, so like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All right. And then how long did you hold her?
Maybe 10 seconds.
Okay, all right.
You know. Like I
All
said,
right.
that's a guess. With all that happening real quick, it, you know,
Okay, I understand. All right, let's see.
I, again, was only trying to disarm her and de-escalate the situation and get out of there.
After you let her go, then what happened? Is that when you got up and left?
Yeah, like I had her in the chokehold and then we went down to the ground, and that's, I think, when she must have hit the baby walker thing.
Okay, because she says, after he let me go, he grabbed me up by the arms and shoved me across the living room. Does that sound? Okay. After that, he took my phone I tried to de-escalate the situation and asked him to leave. Does that sound right?
I was leaving.
Did you take her phone?
No, sir.
Alright. When did that happen, or how did that happen?
Right on the carpet,
Whenever you had her in chokehold and y'all fell on the ground?
I guess, yeah.
Is that from the carpet, or is that from like the chair, or the little chair y'all had in there?
I don't know, man.
Looks like a carpet, a rug burn to you? What it kinda looks like to me, that's what I was wondering. Same thing?
If I had to guess, I would say the carpet, but
The redness on the arm, I guess, is that, did you grab her up here? That's more up on the bicep area, tricep area, the left arm.
Of her left arm? Yeah.
That looks, I'm guessing this is gonna be a left bicep, tricep, and left forearm is what, I'm looking like this is gonna be right here on the left arm.
Yeah, that might have been when I had her arm, in the chokehold, you know, her arm's still up under there.
Alright. How did the basket get broken? It looks like it's half broken off,
It's a newspaper.
but the basket, or is there, 'cause it looks like it's broken there and it's broken right there.
The basket.
And the clothes are flopped out.
That's, I mean, my daughters, they play with that stuff.
Alright.
That basket is in there.
And how did that get broken? This piece right, looks like right there, and looks like that piece is supposed to go up there somewhere.
When we fell on it, I'm pretty sure, I went back there last night, the only thing that just popped out, it's like a little plastic clip.
Is it possible that this carpet down here is what did the abrasion on the forehead?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Where are you living now, or staying?
I stayed at my house last night.
This house on Meadowlark?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where is she staying at?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you
All right.
as much as I would like to because I don't know who she's staying with. I don't know where my girls are staying.
Where does she work at?
Granbury Middle School.
Okay. Is she a teacher there, or?
Yeah, she's Spanish teacher.
Okay. I'm sorry, Rob, do you want to look at these pictures? Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot about it. Alright, so y'all were exchanging insults, as she put it, and she slapped you, and basically that kind of pissed you off, is what she's saying. There's nothing in here about a knife, is what I'm getting at.
Mhm.
The knife thing is, what he told me on the phone, and then what you just told me.
Yeah.
So there's nothing in here or the statement, anything about a knife, so I don't know anything about a knife, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just, I guess what she told the deputy is that, y'all were having some heated words back and forth,
Mhm.
and I guess you had said something that upset her, and she smacked you, and you got pissed. And that's when you got her, I guess, in a chokehold and a body. I mean, does that sound?
No, she smacked me, and I got upset, but I did not. I got upset, and I said, I gotta get out of here.
It's not the first time something like that's happened.
No, this is not the first time
No,
something
there's-
like this has happened. Y'all been out to the house 2 times before this.
Yeah.
This has happened maybe once or twice beyond,
What's happened?
where she hits me and I leave because I don't want, my kids to see that, and I don't want it to ever get to this point. I've been
Yeah.
trying to salvage my relationship.
How long have y'all been married?
Officially since July 1st of 2017, so like a year and a half.
How long have y'all been dating?
Since February of 2016.
And y'all have always lived here in Hood County, or?
No, we lived in, Irving before Las Colinas.
Oh, okay. Did this happen while y'all were in Irving also?
She hit me over there, yeah.
Okay. Was there a report made or no?
No, I
No.
called my dad about it, but she was at the time, and I said, Dad, like, hey, is this normal? Like, is it normal for, you know, because I'd always heard was hormones, you know.
What kind of medical issues does she have, or medical issues does she have?
From when she was a child. I mean, like, a lot. Her mother was a police officer down there now
Down where?
in Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay.
And, her mother was a police officer there, would always go drop her at aunt's house or grandparents, you know, while she would go out to bars. And like her mom right now is a CPS officer,
Where at?
in Fort Worth or Dallas, somewhere up there.
Oh, okay.
And that scares me because it wasn't 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, her little brother calls and he's like, hey, y'all need to come get me, Mom lost her shit, and I go over there and there's broken, anyway, her dad was arrested for narcotics when they were living in Fort Worth, like while she was a kid, and that really affected her because she saw him like get handcuffed. Like I say, she was on that for a while and quit taking that. Like she's off the meds.
What medical history do you have?
I've been told by some that I have PTSD.
Were you in the military or something?
Yes, I was, but it goes back further than that. I was sexually abused when I was a child by my mother for the span of at least 5 years. And then off and on, like depression, anxiety, and ADHD.
How long were you in the military?
4 years,
What branch?
maybe.
Okay. How long ago?
Got out in 13, 09 and 13.
Oh, okay, 09, 13, all right.
Yeah, so I've been out
What'd you do in the Navy?
avionics. So I was on a F-18 squadron, and we dealt with like the weapon systems, navigation, all that type of stuff.
What medications do you take for the PTSD and the depression?
For depression, I take Prozac 40 milligrams once a day, and then as needed, clonazepam for when things start getting heavy. You know, like if I start having a panic attack, basically I'll take like a half a clonazepam.
Who is your,
Dr. Smith,
yeah, who's your PCP?
Dr. Charles Smith. I have all my records if you want to take a look at it.
Who does Jenny's doctor, who's her PCP?
She quit seeing him at Wilson, and then she quit going to him, and then she started going to she quit going to him, so right now she doesn't go to anybody.
When did she go to last?
But she went to the guy in, I think he's in Burleson or something.
How long was she seeing?
Not long, like a couple.
A year?
No, like a couple, few months.
Okay. How long have you been seeing Dr. Smith?
For a year now.
marriage counseling,
Yeah.
couples counseling type thing? Gotcha.
What are your plans as far as that goes, Nathan?
The relationship with Jenny, like, it's never gonna be the same. Like, we can't continue this. It's not in one of our best interests. You know, we can co-parent and be civil, but I can't keep living with her as much as I would love to. And it's, like this, the whole point of this stuff is, to find somebody, try to spend forever with them, but, there's 8 billion people on this world, and I just can't
Yeah.
be with her.
Is she right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
What about you?
Right-handed.
Okay. Do you have any other questions for me? Do you?
No, I don't, no.
I guess what's the next steps and.
She called me earlier, after Rob called me, this morning, like 10-something, whenever you called. I'm gonna call her, and I'm gonna talk to her, much like this, try to find out exact details as far as what happened, and walk me through now. It's been a couple days.
Yeah.
And then, that's what's gonna happen, and Rob will tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take everything, and it just goes to the assistant district attorney's office. They rifle through it, but he'll be able to explain that process to you.
Did anybody go out to the house to look at the tell me about those pictures.
Apparently Lucy, I guess they went out to the house that night. They met, Lucy was going to a call, and I guess Jenny was coming off Temple Hall Highway, and they met there at the bank at 377 and Temple Hall Highway. And I guess Jenny flagged her down and was talking to her out in the parking lot, and then they went out to the house. And that's where they got the pictures from, in the house. So that's where that went. And but yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna call Jenny and see if she's able to come up here today. Yeah, we'll see if she's able to come up here today. If not, it'll be tomorrow. And then I'll talk to her and try to get some of these details ironed out and things like that. Okay.
Okay. In the meantime, like my children, I would like to be able to see my children.
Well, that's nothing that Toby's got everything to do with.
Yeah, the only thing I can do as far as that is voice the concern that you want to see your children.
Please.
I can't make her, I can't tell her.
Sure.
He'll be able to explain that. That's something that a judge orders.
Yeah.
I'm just but a lonely investigator, okay?
All right.
But like I said, when I do talk to her, I'll voice your concern.
Yeah.
But that's all I can do.
Okay.
She can tell me to pound sand, or she can say, okay. Those are what I got on that. So.
Okay.
Do you have anything else for me?
No.
Do you? All right. I will. I'll talk to her whenever I get done with all this. I can just give you a call and let you know that I'm going to give it to Tucker, and I guess you can be in contact with Tucker or vice versa.
Okay.
As far as what goes from there. That's where it's going to go, is at large, and it'll be in his hands.
Very good.
All right.
Real quick, when you talk to her, like, are you gonna just try to reconcile our stories?
I'm going to talk to her and see what she has to tell me.
Okay.
I'm going to let her tell me in her words what happened, and I'm going to ask her some of the things that you've said, and we're going to find out. I'm going to talk to her like that.
Okay.
she's not gonna see this interview or know, you know, exactly what was said. But I'm just gonna try to find out her side of what happened,
Okay.
so.
All right.
Huh?
All right.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, no problem.
All